Hi everyone, this is Tudee's Wreaths. My name is Sylvi, and I'm starting a new video, and I'm going to be using poly mesh. So this stuff frays like crazy. Probably drives every crafter nuts. Does for me anyway. So I cut all my petals, either poly burlap or the poly mesh, with a wood burner. So I'm starting with an 8-inch wood, an 8-inch wreath frame. And what I've done is I put this mesh on it because I'm making a flower. So I'm going to be making more petals. I'll be adding petals in here so that, and then my middle. So some people put a middle first and then but I would find that I've never tried that before. And I don't know that if it would, actually be a little hard to work around that middle if it's already there. So I do the middle after. So what I do is I'm just going to put this aside, and I've got this little box here. There's some big huge tube in it. So but it's easy because I can pull my mesh out and then cut it to where I want it. So here we go again with these gathering. And anyway, so my base on this wreath is a bonsai plant. It is so beautiful. It has navy, blue, pink. Oh, I've never seen anything so beautiful. So I'm going to work on making something to make it look like that bonsai plant. So I'm going to start with this, and as you can see, my edges are like, they're not straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by burning that off so that I have a straight edge, and we can start from there. So I am working with a 10-inch, and I'm going to use my wood burner. This isn't really seeing it very good. So I'm going to use my wood burner, and I'm using a steel ruler. Okay, so because it is a wood burner, so if you could find something that won't burn yourself or won't melt or whatever, be careful. And then I start with the tip facing, like, if you see it like this. So the tip is actually going on an angle. So I start cutting from the top. So here we go. So I'm just going to take that edge off so that I have a nice clean edge here. Sometimes you have to go a couple times to make it say, okay, we're good. Especially when you're using foil. Foil, I find, takes a little bit longer to burn off. Okay, so now on my little table here, I've got these little marks, 10 and 5 and 6, and, you know, where I want them, where I need that. So this is a 10-inch, so I'm going to cut my petals exactly at 10 inches. I want a perfect square. That there. And I'm just going to burn my petals. And if you can try and get in between, like if you can get in between these lines, you're going to get less fraying. So there we go. I've got this beautiful. So now what I want to do is I want to create this petal here because I'm doing this again. So again, my edges from the top, I take this side and then I fold it down, okay? I make a triangle. See if my edges are, if they're perfect, then I get a perfect edge on the end. So I bring that down to each side. You can't see it. Okay, so I bring it down to each side. Let me just try and put back my tape. There we go. Okay, so then I go in the middle. Hang on a second. Not quite there yet. All right. I want to make sure everything's just right. Come on now. Okay. So I take my ruler and I bring it down the middle. Make sure I got it right there. And then I take my wood burner and I cut down the middle. Sometimes you need to do it a couple times because of this foil. What I do is, like, sometimes, you know, it comes apart at the end. But if it's still warm, I squeeze it together and it sticks together. So now I've created a fuse, okay? So I have to cut several blue. I need to cut a fuchsia and a yellow. I need yellow, this, pink, and a fuchsia. So I'm going to cut all my petals and I'll be right back.